Today I'm ditching the script and I'm talking straight from my heart. This is going to be a bit difficult because I've never tried to allow myself to speak without having anything planned to talk about. But this is a topic very dear to my heart and it was impressed on my mind to talk about it. I don't know what I'm going to title this video yet, but I'm going to be talking about navigating life in confusion, especially in your 20s. I personally believe that your 20s is where you figure life out. You try to find your purpose. Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? How do I get my life together? This is the best possible time. I'm child free, I'm husband free. I have a lot of time to put to good use. I'm on the journey to find my purpose, and I'm just going to give you the blueprint on how I've been doing that, and maybe you can take that and apply in your life. First thing I'm going to say, if you're a believer and you've been taking God for granted, you need to go back to that place of knowing God, seeking direction from God, because I always say that so many things that I've had to navigate in my life, if I didn't have God as my direction and my comfort, I would have crumbled. God is the reason why I keep showing up every day. Having God in my life is what gives me direction. I don't know exactly what the plan is yet, but let me tell you something. Having God there gives me peace, making me know that even though I don't know the exact plan, I know the author and the finisher of the plan. 2025, I think my frontal lobe developed. I had this moment of great awakening. It was as if one dark cloud of confusion suddenly fell upon my life, and I'm like, how do I navigate this? Let me tell you something. Every time I went back to the word of God, I always come back with comfort, encouragement for myself. Be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and supplication make your request known to God, has always been a Bible verse that I know. But in 2025, it became my mantra. That verse became more alive to me. Anytime I want to find myself worrying about God, what am I doing with my life? I don't have my finances together. I don't have my spiritual life together. I don't have my marital life together. God, what is going on? That verse always reminds me, carry everything to God in prayer, and that's exactly what I've been doing. Everything is going to work out. Everything is going to change. In the next few years, I'm going to look back and I will still be coming, but you would have seen a very reasonable amount of progress in my life. However, while that is in the works and while I'm in the process of getting to that, I have peace, because that's what I have in God: joy, peace, comfort. That's why I'm encouraging you to seek comfort, seek direction in whatever you believe in. Whatever your faith is, please hold tight, because that's what is going to keep you grounded. The second thing I would say is stop mental masturbation. Like to plan things, think about things instead of actually putting in the work. It's okay to plan, but don't overdo it. The moment you start overdoing it, your brain begins to release dopamine, and when your brain releases this feel-good chemical, it makes you feel as though those goals and plans that you're over planning has come to reality. Meanwhile, it hasn't, but your brain keeps playing trick on you because it has gotten the feel-good chemical. You know how that people who masturbate create self-pleasure until they release? That's the same way mental masturbation works. We have goal in our mind. We have envisioned, this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do. Instead of actually putting in the hard work, we start to overplan and overthink. We're just making ourselves feel good in our mind and in our brain, and at the end of the day, we end up not doing those things. Why? Because dopamine has been released and your brain doesn't see any point in putting in any work to achieve that goal. Instead of mentally masturbating, why not just get to it and put in the work? Now, don't get me wrong, it's okay to plan, but the moment you start over planning, then there is a problem. This was one of the things that I told myself. I need to stop having this beautiful thought of how my financial life is going to be, how my career life is going to be, and start doing the work to see it in reality. Another thing that I personally am doing is taking advice from people who have successfully scaled this confusing phase of life, and they have actually made something of themselves. Start listening to people like Leila Amonzi, Alex Amonzi. Those are like the top 2 people I've been listening to in the past year to change my mindset, thought process. The reason why I'm telling you to take advice or to listen from people who have already scaled through is because it helps you to immerse yourself in their mindset, to understand what are they doing right that I need to understand. They've had the experience, they've gone through it successfully. So look to people who have the values that you want, who have the success that you want, the progress that you want to see in your life, and this will completely change your life. I used to be someone that tied my worth to what I have, tie my value to what I have, but in the past year, just listening to Layla has completely changed my mindset. Navigating your 20s, especially when you don't have the resources that you need, is very difficult. You have a lot of confusion. What do I do? What is my purpose? What is my direction? Where do I go? How do I become financially stable? How do I work up my spiritual life? How do I get married to a good person? How do I have a sustainable business? You're going to overcome this confusion. You're going to get through it, and you're going to look back and be like, I can't believe that I was in this state where I didn't know where I was going or doing with my life. One thing I can just encourage you to keep doing is to keep moving. Don't stay stagnant, and make sure you stay grounded in your faith, in your God. Stop mentally masturbating, and make sure you take advice from people who have scaled through this. If you watch my video up until this time, thank you for your attention. If you've been watching my videos since I started posting last year, you are the real OG. I love you with all my heart. Please keep watching, keep sharing, give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.